In this video, I will talk about the worst mistakes you can make when exercising. You can be exercising with the best intentions, but completely be wasting your time if you aren't doing the right thing. This means that results that should take you 3 months to achieve might take you up to a year, and that's not good. Such seemingly no big deal things can actually undermine your progress and stop you from reaching your fitness goals. To perfect your training, you don't need to have years of experience. In this case, knowing the right information is highly important. Everyone can make mistakes when exercising, beginner and experienced exercises alike. That's normal as long as you learn from them. And so, I'm going to explain to you the pitfalls you must avoid so you can build muscle without sacrificing your health. Is not warming up before your workout a problem? What about going too heavy? Can this negatively affect you? Continue watching until the end and I'll tell you a couple of tricks up my sleeve on how I get the most out of my workout while also minding all those mistakes. Number 1. Not having a plan. Are you the type to just wing things out? This might work with many things in your life, but it certainly won't with exercise. Far too often, beginners head to the gym without a plan and just work on hitting every muscle in the upper body with whatever exercise they can think of. Sure, it's technically still a workout, but if you want to train to see significant progress, having a plan is crucial. Without it, it's practically impossible to reach your goal. You'll only be wasting your time and energy, failing to build muscle and master exercises. To fix this, you can start with having one main goal and 2 to 3 minor goals for guaranteed wins. Don't be lofty. These small goals can help you attain bigger goals, especially as you're starting your fitness journey. You can also get personal training to help you learn and master workouts while having a good structured plan. Training without a plan in the first place is like a no-brainer recipe for disaster. And so is number 2, skipping warm-up. Warm-ups are just as essential in weightlifting and any form of training, just as it is in sports like basketball, football, etc. I know somebody who injured his shoulder because he lifted too soon without prepping his body. Because of that, it limits him from doing certain exercises even up until now. This is why it's incredibly vital to warm up, as it optimizes both your mind and body. It promotes blood flow, boosts body and muscle temperature, and improves muscle elasticity, which helps lower the chance of injuring your cold muscles. A simple stretching won't suffice if you're working out to get bulky. Instead, go for a dynamic warm-up like doing light leg extensions and squats. Dynamic body weight moves mimic your workout without compromising your muscles and tendons' elastic properties. If you're about to go for a run, consider doing 5 to 10 minutes of lunges, leg swings, and knee raises before you hit the road or treadmill. Number 3. Focusing on one muscle group only. When I was just starting, I used to have this tunnel vision once I established a goal. I just work on achieving that one thing and ignore any other aspects of my training. Later on, I realized that it was a mistake to do so. The right method was to train several muscles altogether, not just one. Focusing on just a particular body part won't give me my ideal body shape. For instance, if I want to work on having a big chest, I shouldn't be limiting my workout to only presses, push-ups, and flies. I must also train my shoulders and upper back since they're also essential in developing my chest. So if you're doing this, stop. Instead, do training that focuses on more than one muscle group at a time. It'll be harder, but even better because it'll lead to more noticeable results. In addition to training only one muscle group, it's also time you stop taking rest and recovery for granted. And yes, this includes not having enough sleep at night. More about this coming up in a bit. Number 4, do repetitive workouts. If you aren't seeing any progress in your workout, then your muscles may not be challenged enough. The reason most likely is the lack of variety in your program. Simply put, you're training in the same way and the same set of exercises again and again. When your body gets too comfortable with your exercise routine, it means it has stopped being challenged. The body adapts to exercise stress over time, and once it does, you stop seeing progress. I mean, how can there be if you're just repeating the same program for days and weeks? The solution? Challenge yourself constantly once you think the exercises have become too easy. It can be through having new exercises, adding more reps, doing workouts with progressive resistance, or having a new sport. Albeit small, it's these changes that have a big impact. Repetitive workouts are inefficient, and the reason behind this isn't really rocket science. But one training mistake that's glossed over more often is number 5, overworking the smaller muscles. Doing 10 sets of forearm curls just because you can do it isn't the brightest idea. In fact, it's a terrible one because overtraining those smaller muscles only removes your potential to do the more important compound exercises. Trust me, my dumb past self did it ages ago when I was too young and naive. And guess what? I wasn't able to deadlift the following day because my grip completely gave out. Therefore, you should prioritize the major muscle groups and have accessory muscle-focused exercises towards the end for 3 to 4 sets. Anyway, compound exercises typically train the smaller muscles too. For example, training your lats with wide grip pull-downs also works your biceps and forearms. Only if you give mobility the importance it deserves when it comes to building your body. And so, many of us commit the mistake of, number 6, ignoring mobility training. A lot of fitness enthusiasts are too eager to get results that they neglect stretching in favor of early morning high-intensity workouts. As a result, their mobility went downhill. They have constant stiffness and their functional movements aren't improving. Mobility work may not be the straightforward method to gaining fitness success, but it's a major player in training the body to be able to move through its full range of motion. Whatever the exercise is, the body builds power and strength in movements when you can move fluidly. So yes, it's time you prioritize mobility too. Number 7, working too heavy. This is probably the most prevalent mistake seen among gym goers and exercise lovers, especially on new lifters just starting out. It's not a surprise to see beginners squat down an inch with 315 and deadlifting 405 with an arched lower back. Overloading the bar and butchering the form puts you at risk of getting injured. That and the fact that it won't activate any muscle associated with the movement, thus defeating the purpose of exercise. What you should do is start with lighter weights and always perform each exercise with the proper form, technique, and range of motion. Pick a weight that challenges you but doesn't cause you to break your form. Only start with heavier weights once you gain a little experience. On another note, knowing all these training mistakes so you can avoid them and work on your muscle building goals is one thing. It's another story to actively do things that are designed to directly drive results. And one way to do that is by boosting your testosterone level. But more about that in a while. Number 8, overlooking recovery. Rest is a must, not an option. This is even more important when it comes to getting bigger. It's normal to feel muscle soreness, as this is a sign that your muscles are still recovering after exercise. The pain occurs as your muscles adjust to training. You can ice your muscles and practice active recovery to ease the symptoms of delayed onset muscle soreness. Active recovery can be done by doing low-intensity activities like stretching, walking, or swimming. As for the number of rest and recovery days you need, it depends on your exercise intensity. But research suggests that roughly 48 to 72 hours of rest is ideal for muscle repair. That means you should dedicate at least 2 days a week to recovery before training the same group of muscles. More importantly, as much as possible, get 7 to 9 hours of sleep every night, since it's during periods of sleep that all the muscle repair and development actually happens. So if you're only getting 4 hours of shut-eye every night, then don't be surprised if your muscles aren't growing. Overtraining is another common pitfall that many men often get into. Here's why. Number 9, training too much. More training equals more success. Or is it really? Sorry to burst your bubble, but this is one of the worst training mistakes you could ever do. Excessive strain doesn't boost the chances of greater muscle tone and performance, only the risks of injury. Remember, muscles grow during rest periods, meaning relatively little growth happens during training. Overexertion is when you push yourself too hard. Lifting 20 pounds more than you can safely bench press puts you at a high risk of overexertion. A rule of thumb is to have 48-hour intervals between 2 training sessions, allowing your muscles and joints to completely recover. There's no harm in wanting to train a lot as long as your sessions are correctly monitored. You can train your arms and chest Monday and Wednesday, hit the treadmill on Tuesday, work your back on Thursday, and climb on Friday. This will leave you with a whole weekend off, which is a good time to recuperate. Number 10, using improper execution. Incorrect execution is very common among many individuals. In particular, beginners need professional supervision to perform exercises correctly. And surprisingly, even ambitious athletes and professionals aren't immune to bad form. It's not only one of the worst training mistakes, but is an absolute no-go, mostly because it significantly declines your performance and in turn your results. Muscles only grow when they're activated properly. For instance, a bicep curl is designed to work the biceps, not heave the weight from hip to shoulder. Employing the wrong technique means that the target muscles won't be able to grow. At the same time, you're not just building up coordinative and stabilizing muscles, which puts the health of your joints at risk. If you're a newbie, have a professional supervise you and let them explain and demonstrate the exercises to you. This is especially important when you transition from fixed positions on equipment to free weights. Later on, you'll know exactly which body parts you need to hold firm and steady for which exercises and learn to consciously control this. Technically speaking, the next item doesn't happen during training, yet it's huge enough to immensely affect whatever goals you have. Number 11. Neglecting your nutrition. You can have a spot-on exercise regimen but still not see results. Why? It's because your diet isn't as spot-on as your workout routine. You can still make training mistakes before and after the actual exercise. After all, the body needs the right mix of training, nutrition, and recovery to succeed in your goals. Add more vegetables, fruits, protein foods, and whole grains to your diet. Cut back on unhealthy fat and sugar. Have a healthy meal plan for what you can eat after a workout, otherwise it can lead to making bad food choices. Eating whole food rich in protein is shown to be the best for muscle repair and recovery after a workout. Another workout mistake you should avoid making is performing the reps too fast. Find out more about this in a bit. Number 12. Training until muscle soreness. This mistake can be seen in athletes using a workout plan and those not using one. Muscle building works like this. You exercise and break the muscles down in the training room, then these muscles recover in a larger and stronger condition outside the gym. Like with anything, there's a limit as to how much muscle strain is beneficial to the body. Once you go beyond that line, it means you're working your muscle to complete exhaustion, which can be counterproductive, as this can lead to more recovery time than usual. So, working your muscles until they become so fatigued is likely to just derail you, especially without a professional trainer guiding you closely. Of course, this is no excuse to undertrain. By all means, train as much as you want, but make sure to be smart about it. Don't put your 150% every single day. You can do as many reps as you can, but limit to only one set of this strategy so you don't burn out on every single set you do that day. Number 13. Having a lopsided training program. As with nutrition, a balanced workout ensures your body is healthy and fit. A good fitness program includes 3 major components: cardiovascular training, strength training, and flexibility work. Haphazardly doing 1 or 2 of them, or worse, skipping altogether, won't give you the full rewards of your workout sessions. If you're following a weight loss program, this should already have cardio. Aside from that, make sure you include 2 to 3 days of strength training. If you're pressed for time, do a circuit workout along with short intervals of strength exercises between 5 to 10 minute bursts of cardio. Then finish it off with 10 to 15 minutes of stretching. If you think having a disproportionate training program is a dumb move, then wait till you hear an even more foolish thing to do when training. Number 14. Pushing through pain. When you push through it all, setting aside your illness or injury, you're eventually going to worsen the pain you're feeling. And it might just not stop at one injury. You can even have several of them if you keep on putting off rest when your body is clearly screaming for you to stop. The thing is, it can be tricky to distinguish discomfort caused by training from actual pain. However, anything that feels sharp means stop. You need to rest. This isn't the time for your no pain, no gain mindset. Rather, you should take a few days off and see if the pain eases up. If not, consult someone, say a gym trainer experienced enough to determine any problems with your form or body weaknesses that might be causing the pain. Only a fool would try to train with an ill or injured body. Number 15. Doing reps too quickly. If you move through your strength exercises quickly, especially with heavy weights, it can increase your risk for injury. Moreover, this may mean you aren't recruiting and engaging the target muscles for each exercise or using the full range of motion. Either way, this will decrease the gains you're hoping to have. Also, starting too quickly can cause burnout, so you won't be able to finish your routine. Use a pace that you can sustain, specifically in a slow and controlled manner. Don't forget to breathe. Take a deep breath through the nose and exhale strongly as you explode out of the motion. Number 16. Skimping on fluids. Did you know more than half of your weight is made up of water? Losing more than 2% of that water leads to dehydration, which can then decrease your exercise performance. Thus, keeping yourself hydrated is crucial, more so when exercising, since you lose fluids through sweat. Drinking fluids keeps your stress at bay and helps lubricate the joints and reduce inflammation. In addition, it helps transport nutrients and energy, which makes your workout more effective. Lastly, water helps flush out the metabolic waste produced during an intense workout. So never make the mistake of not drinking enough water. You can get more water from water-rich foods like tomatoes, cucumbers, oranges, watermelons, and Brussels sprouts. My go-to are cucumbers and watermelon. I just can't get enough of them. What are yours? Comment down below. And if your workout is especially grueling, opt for a drink that also has essential electrolytes such as sodium and potassium. Because you stuck around, here are my 3 secrets to getting the maximum benefit out of every one of my workouts. Number 1. I always fuel myself with carbs before a workout. Carbo loading isn't just exclusive to a marathon. Having carbs before you exercise makes a great difference in your performance. Carbs, after all, are the body's primary fuel, specifically during high-intensity workouts. The better fueled your body is, the more effort you can give and the better the quality of your performance. Number 2, I let myself indulge in a massage. After sweating out real good, I reward myself with a massage. A good massage helps reduce inflammation and increase the number of mitochondria in the muscle cells, which assist in power, exercise, and recovery. Number 3, I enjoy chocolate milk after training. Lastly, I like to have a glass of low-fat chocolate milk after my workouts more than drinking commercial recovery beverages. It has a 4-to-1 ratio of carbs to protein, carbs for replacing your energy, and proteins for promoting muscle repair. Learning all those training mistakes is extremely helpful in maintaining a healthy exercise regime, ultimately yielding the fitness gains you've always desired. However, even with this new knowledge, there are still other things you can also do to reach your goals faster. You can find out more about what I'm talking about in this next video, so make sure to watch this one after.